But then, Brian, we went from the sublime again to the ridiculous. Or as Corey Macklin would say, as ridiculous. I mentioned that because of the streaming on the I couldn't figure out how to fast forward this with any. I couldn't figure out how at all on this television, much less with any accuracy. And the picture was so I didn't want to monkey with it too bad. It might turn into a kinescope next. So I just let the thing play out in real time. And so it was on the screen. I was listening to it as the next match came up was the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. And surprise, surprise, ladies and gentlemen, this is not something that I was in favor of. And see some of my comments about the men's ladder Money in the Bank match, six-way extravaganza. It's not, they have gotten completely away from the point of a wrestling match to the extent that the thing that these things have to do with wrestling is they're held in a wrestling ring and wrestlers are performing them. And I want to say at the outset, I understand what the young ladies are trying to do. They know that they're now more than ever in this company where they can have the potential to make untold amounts of money, but they're also deep, they have a deep talent roster with all these superstars, and the guys are, main event fucking level up and down on these premium live events, and they've got to do something to stand out and try to get over. And many of them are inexperienced in terms of being on the main roster and blah, blah, blah. So they're trying to get by. Oh, watch what I can do, Ma. And that's generally when the kid winds up taking a trip to the emergency room. Well, watch this, Ma. But they're trying to get over. I don't blame them. They're being allowed to do it. They're being booked in something like this, and then it's being tolerated. But it's good, not good for it's good for the fans that want to watch people do stunts. And maybe sometime they should do a championship ladder stunting on pay-per-view, and you could have male and female division and just let everybody do stunts off of ladders and don't even worry about ringing the bell and starting a match or what. Just watch this shit. And that would be, but it's not good for the business because you not only have the bumps in this match were so ridiculous that humans shouldn't live, much less 150 or 130 pound girls or whatever the weight of the girls were. And because they were trying to outdo the guys. But it's bad for the business, and it's also bad for them because somebody is going to break their fucking neck or their back. And it's not necessary. The people were like, wow, bang, kapow, zowie right there. But in 6 months or 3 months or 6 weeks, when they watched another fucking 40 hours of television and 2 or 3 more pay-per-views with people taking bumps off of shit, what the fuck? They're going to have the effect of this when they're 35, 40, 45, whatever. If somebody doesn't get carted out now, and I guarantee you, Brian, if I'm lying, I'm flying, and my feet ain't left the ground, somebody, male or female, could take one of these goddamn suplexes off the ladder onto another ladder and paralyze themselves. And if it didn't look like a cool bump visually, people would not even really pop on it because they've seen so many. It's numbed people, the people in the stands, that this shit actually hurts and is very, very high risk because the furniture can't work with you. And they think because everybody does it and lives and gets up and walks away and does more of it, that it's all just bullshit. But no, so they they numb people to just seeing this and think, okay, there's a trick to it. Well, there's a trick to Evel Knievel jumping the fucking fountain at Caesar's Palace, but the trick didn't work right. And that's so the fans just accept these bumps now, and they go, ooh, but they have no idea anymore because they've seen so many of them, what they feel like or how dangerous they might be. And they're gonna, somebody gonna get hurt. And I don't remember who won. I don't care because it's ridiculous. Is that an unfair commentary at this point?
I don't know. It's not unfair for you because you're consistent. So I can't say that. I enjoyed it, but I enjoyed it because no one really got hurt, and I got to enjoy everyone going right to the brink of getting hurt because some of this stuff looked dangerous. If it was an AEW, someone would have died if this match was there with their women's division like this. I enjoyed it. Now that you say you forgot who won, so did I, because I can't remember who was in it.
See?
Well, Taya Valkyrie.
No, it was Tiffany. It was Tiffany.
Oh yeah, Tiffany won it. Yeah, no, that was nice. And then
Lyric Valedictorian almost got killed.
That's who I'm thinking of. Lyra Valkyrie. She was great in this in terms of like almost dying but not dying. And then Carmella. Is it Carmella? No, not Carmella.
No, that's Hayes. No. He was in the men's division.
No, that's not even who I'm thinking about either. Who's the name of the girl? Chelsea Green, that's her name.
Chelsea Green, who was scared of heights.
But it was her hometown too, and I thought she was very entertaining in this match. I enjoyed this match, although I remember half of the participants' names. No one died, so we could all enjoy it. But your points about it are not unfair. And again, you've been consistent on these things, so that has to be said.
Well, and there's a limit to human endurance. They can't make soft ladders or you wouldn't be able to climb them. It's just gotten out of hand ridiculous. And, I blame the guys 20 years ago that had to start this path that led to these fans that were fans of theirs getting in the business but not losing the markish part of their personalities. And the companies who have tolerated it for the sake of, we'll fucking sell more tickets if these guys break their necks and cave their fucking faces in. But, and now having women what's next? The kids division? Ladder matches for the 10 to 12-year-olds. Let them fucking fracture their spines. Hey, because you've got children. Their bones are softer when they're young, right?
That is correct, yeah.
So if they break a few, they'll form back. They're not brittle like me. If I'd break into dust now, but you could let's start breaking the kids' bones.
I'm pretty sure this would violate all sorts of laws and child labor laws and OSHA and CPAC.
Well, but they'd be independent contractors.
Right, but they wouldn't have the ability to sign off. The parents would, and I think the parents would be in trouble if they were signing off for their children to participate in Money in the Bank ladder matches.
If you're 29 years old and the person you are an independent contractor for says, I'd like this motherfucker to suplex you off the top of the ladder through a table as the finish of your independent contracting,
but that's the thing.
Paralyzed. I wonder what would happen.
But that's the thing. Are they being told do this spot, or are they saying, "Hey, we have the idea for a spot, or we want to do this spot. We want to show we could do this spot"?
Well, one way or another, the office is approving it. But I mean, I don't think anybody's going out there specifically saying, "Okay, we want you to take the crotch locked leg strangle off the top of the ladder." But they're saying we want you to get knocked off the ladder through something. That can be a vague but still specific request.
And you know what else? Io Sky was in this, and Io Sky is pretty awesome, I have to say.
Oh, good Lord.
Good Lord, she's good. Whenever you've given her a chance, she's the one that you end up liking her matches, every time.
Well, anyway, so Tiffy won. Tiffany.
And
then Tiffany and Trish and Tiffy did some shit backstage in the break in between the matches with, I would say, some of the phoniest acting that I've yet to witness anywhere broadcast past somebody's home movies. But that's just me.
That match will be both ends of the 18 to 49-year-old demo.
Well, they're coming at us from both ends, Brian. We got to be careful.